Good morning, students. Sairam. I hope you all have done your notes in your rough or fair notebook. Okay, so today we are going to learn about the remaining chapter. So, today we are going to start our next topic, which is function of management, coordination, its meaning, its definition, its feature, and its importance. So, let's start with the topic functions of management. Yes, functions of management is divided into five parts. Number one is planning. What is planning? Planning means to plan, to forecast, to achieve the objective. Okay. Now, next one is organizing. Organizing means to organize the things like organizing the work, the people, or to make departments. These all our activities comes under organizing. Next one is staffing. Staffing means to appoint the people in the department to place the right person at a right job. Next is directing. Directing means to direct, to monitor, to guide, to motivate the employees. All these activities are comes under directing. Last one is to evaluate and result means controlling. Controlling doesn't mean to control anything. Controlling means to comparing the actual performance with the standard performance which we fixed in a planning. Okay, so let's understand all these function in a single example. Let's take an example like if I want to start a business to make profit for sale maximization. So I plan to start with a kids market. So, so planning comes under because first we make a plan because planning is the main base in an organization. Now, next step after planning, the next step is to organize all the activities which are related to kids department, organizing the work, organizing the people, okay, dividing the work into department like finance department, selling department, purchasing department, marketing department. Okay, after organizing my next step is staffing. Staffing means to put the right person at a right job. After planning, after organizing, departments have made in organizing, but peoples are necessary na, to work in that departments. So in staffing, we what we do putting the right person at a right place. Mean right person means with the right qualification. At a right place means at the place where we want to place him, appoint, okay, for this job. Next is directing. Directing means to direct, to guide the employee, to motivate the employee to achieve the target of an organization. Okay, now last one is controlling. Controlling doesn't means to control anybody. Controlling means to evaluate the end result, what we desired. So controlling means to comparing the plan we make means the standard which we fixed and the end result, the actual result we get. So controlling means to evaluate, to compare the actual performance with the standard performance. Now you all have done with these points. Let's review again. Planning means to plan, to forecast, and organizing means to organize or to divide the work into departments, and staffing means to putting a right person on a right place for doing the task, for doing the job. And next is staffing. Staffing means to putting the right person on a right place. Directing means to guide, to communicate, to motivate them to do work. And controlling means to evaluate their performance, judge their performance. Okay, so I hope you all have understand these points. And next, topic is coordination. As you seen in that picture, all the players are play well with the coordination and win this match. Okay, now what is coordination? Coordination means synchronization of work, synchronization of people, because in an organization many peoples are work in a one roof and they are having their a different attitude of work, different background, but coordination help a manager to generate a feeling of harmony among them and make and synchronize their work. Okay, so the definition of coordination is it is an act of organizing or making different people work together to fulfill desired goal in an organization. Let's see some examples like our hands, eyes coordinate effectively, our human organs they coordinate and do their work well, but in many cases our heart and mind never coordinate in some cases. So the next topic is coordination is the essence of management. Essence means coordination is the blood of a management, life blood, life giving blood. Why the coordination is called the essence of management? Due to 2 points. We can understand these sentence, these topic in 2 points. Number one is planning required in all the functions of management. Look, as we learned earlier, functions of management are 5 functions. There are number one is planning, second organizing, third is staffing, then directing, and last one is controlling. All the functions of management are interrelated or interdependent to each other. Okay, so coordination helps a manager to generate the feeling among the employees. Okay, so so we can say that coordination is the essence of management. Coordination helps a manager to work effectively and efficiently. Okay, in other words, coordination affect planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, leading, motivating, and controlling also. Okay, now second point is controlling is also essential for all the levels of management, like top level management, middle level management, lowest level management. Like top level management manager needs to coordinate all the plans, middle level manager needs to coordinate all the departments, and lower level management needs to coordinate all the employees. So we can say that it is very essential to an organization because it is required in all the functions of management and as well in all the levels of management. Okay, students, understood? Now our next topic is features of coordination. There are 6 features of coordination. Number one is it integrates efforts of employees. Yes. Second one is unity of action. Third one is ongoing process. Fourth one is pervasive function. Fourth is it is a responsibility of all managers, and sixth one is deliberate activity. Okay. First one is, let's start explaining all these points. Number one is integrate efforts of employees. Look, in an organization, as I taught, many peoples are comes under one roof, means works in under a one roof. So all the peoples have different background, different thinking, different attitude, but coordination helps them to work synchronizationally, means um, coordination helps them to work in a same direction. It also helps them to integrate their efforts in a one direction to achieve one goal of a company, which is profit making. Okay, the next one is unity of action. Unity of action means all the actions, all the decisions which are taken in an organization also affect coordination, also need coordination. Like there are many departments, okay, and all the departments having their own different work, but they are also interdependent and interlinked. Okay, so coordination helps them to work in a same direction. Like coordination generate the feeling of harmony among them to take the action in a same way. So it is also the another feature. Now third one is ongoing process. Ongoing process means continuous process. Yes, coordination is a continuous process. It is never ending. It runs from one financial year to next financial year, as we learned earlier that it is very important for all the functions of management. So it is ongoing, na, from planning to controlling, and as well in all the department and all the levels of management, whether it is a top level, middle level, lower level, in all areas, in all process, coordination is very important. So we can say that it is an ongoing process, it is a never ending process. Okay, now fourth one is pervasive function. Pervasive means applicable in all areas, whether it is a um, profit making organization, non profit making organization, any educational institution, any hospital, in all areas, coordination is must. Coordination is very necessary. So it is also another feature of coordination. Next one is responsibility of all the managers. Yes, coordination is the responsibility of all the managers, whether it is a manager of top level management, middle level management, lower level management. It is a responsibility of a management manager to generate the feeling among the employees, among the all the workers, employees, supervisors of an organization. For example, like uh, the top level manager manages all the plans, so it also coordinate all the plans. It is a responsibility to coordinate all the plans. Second, in middle level management, the middle level manager works to coordinate all the departments, coordinate all the activities in the different departments. And last one, like in middle or sorry lower level management, the lower level manager coordinate the activities of all employees. So we can say that it is a responsibility of a manager to generate the feeling of harmony among all the employees in an organization. Okay, understood. Next and last feature is deliberate activity. Yes, it is a deliberate activity. Deliberate means which which is very essential. Deliberate means which need effort. It is a willingness activity. Okay, so it is very important, and this the coordination is very essential because it also resolve all the conflicts, all the confusions among all the employees. Okay, let's review all these points. Number one is integrates efforts of employees. All we can say that coordination helps all the employees to work in a one way or to work effectively and efficiently in a coordinate way. Second one is unity of action. Unity of action means it ensure the employees of different department must do in a same way their actions in a same way. There is a unity among all the employees. Unity in the sense of objective. Okay, and the objective of an organization is to earn money, earn profit. Okay, and third is ongoing process. It is a continuous process. It runs from one financial year to next financial year. All the functions, all the process like planning, controlling, organizing, staffing, directing, all the levels like top, middle, lower. Okay, so we can say that it is an ongoing process. Fourth one is pervasive function. Pervasive means applicable in all areas, all field, like hospitals, any profit making organization, non profit making organization, any NGO, any hospital, any school, even in your home. Okay, now next one is responsibility of all managers. Yes, who generate the feeling of harmony among them, who generate the feeling of coordination? Manager. So it is a responsibility of all the managers, whether it is a top level manager, middle level manager, lower level manager. It is a responsibility of all the managers to generate the feeling of harmony among them. Okay, next and sixth last one is deliberate activity. It is a deliberate activity means we cannot force anybody to coordinate. It is a um, effort which we make. Okay, so it is very deliberate activity which is very important to work effectively and efficiently and to avoid any confusion and conflict. Okay, class, I hope you all have understand all these points. Okay, next topic is importance of coordination. Yes, class, this is our last topic of the chapter. Yes, importance of coordination. Importance of coordination means why we need coordination. What is the requirement of coordination in an organization? Why we need? We need in three ways in an organization. Like number one, growth in size. Number two, functional differentiation. And last one is specialization. Okay, due to these three reasons, we need coordination in our organization. Okay, let's start or let's understand one by one. Number one is growth in size. Yes, if the growth of a company, of an organization increases, then the number of people or the number of employees is also increases, है ना? So if the number of employees increases, they maybe they think about their individual profit, they work according to their individual need. Okay, so to generate the feeling of harmony, to generate the feeling of togetherness, coordination is must in a big organization. It is also important in a small organization, but if the growth of a company is increases, so the need of coordination is also increases, because the number of people are increases, more coordination is required. Okay, now second one is functional differentiation. Functional differentiation means like our departments are divided according to the functions in an organization. Many functions are there, like financing function, staffing function, like purchasing function, and selling function, marketing function. Okay, so there are many functions, है ना? So the departments are divided according to the functions, like finance department, sales department, marketing department, production department, HR department. Okay, so departments are different, they are having their own work, but the objectives of all the departments are same. Okay, because they are having their own work, but still their aim is one, to achieve the target of a company. Now we can let's take an example to understand this point. Functional differentiation, like in there are two department. Number one is marketing department, second one is purchase department. They are interdependent and interlinked. How? Purchase department needs how much raw material it will purchase. So the marketing department helps purchase department about it. How? Purchase sales marketing department give the information which they collect from the customers, directly from the customer, and collect their inform the purchase department about their demands for a particular product. Okay, so they inform the number of products which they want to sell in the market. Okay, so they are interlinked, na? According to that, purchase department will purchase the raw material, and according to particular product, the raw material, the technique, which they use. Okay, so their activities are interlinked, because when um, uh, marketing department give information about the demand, according to them, the purchase department purchase raw material for the production. Okay, so we can say that they are interlinked and interdependent, so they need to be coordinated. So here coordination is must. Last one is specialization. Specialization means specialization in their work. Like in an organization, many experts are there for specific reasons, for specific places. So many peoples are there, many specialists are there, so their opinions are also maybe different, है ना? So now their opinions may be different. It may also create a conflict or any confusion among them. So to remove all these conflict, confusions, which we required coordination. Coordination generate the feeling of harmony among them, to understand each everybody's opinion. Okay, so coordination is needed also in specialization, because what is the reason? In any organization, many specialists are there. They are expert in their field, and their decision, they also can take decision according to them opinion, to their opinion. So to coordinate their activities, coordination is must. To remove all the conflicts, any confusion, coordination is very necessary. Okay class, there are only 3 points of coordination, which is very important topic. Number one is, let's we review again. Number one is growth in size. If the growth of a company increases, the number of employees is also increases, so coordination is also needed, because they have to work together with synchronization to achieve the target of a company. Second, functional differentiation. There are many functions in an organization like finance, sales, production, purchase. For the synchronization of these departments, also coordination is necessary. Last one is specialization. In an organization, many specialists or and experts are there, and they are having their own opinions, their own choices, their own decisions. For the synchronization of these decisions, we require coordination. I hope you all have understand all these points. Okay, there are two questions, case studies, which are related to this chapter. You have to read all these case study and try to solve that. Okay, its answer is also here, you can all see. Question number second, case study, and its answer is also there. Okay class, our first chapter has completed. Thank you so much. We will meet again in next video with the next chapter, which is principles of management. Thank you. Sai Ram.